Hi guys, welcome back to Solstice Series Day 22. Let's begin in a nice comfortable seat, either on the mat or sitting up on a block. Crossing at the ankles or half lotus, whatever's more comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall, straight spine, shoulders down. Hands can be in your lap or on your legs, whatever's more comfortable. We're going to close our eyes for a moment and just take a few breaths, becoming present on the mat. Doing our best to leave our stresses off of the mat during our practice. We're going to inhale to the count of 4 through the nose and exhale to the count of 8 through the mouth. Feel free to set an intention for your practice or for your day, and let's begin. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Gently opening up through the eyes. We're going to reach the arms overhead as we inhale. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, release. One more time. We're going to reach the arms overhead. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we twist over to the right, looking over that shoulder. Back through center, reach the arms overhead, big inhale, and exhale, twist over to the left. Coming back through center, we're going to walk the fingertips out to the right, a little bend in the elbow, keeping the chest open. We bring left arm over left ear, keeping both sits bones on the mat or the block, and we bring it in and then stretch it out. Bring that arm in, stretch it out. One more time. And come on through center. Let's take it over to the other side. Walk those fingertips out. Bend in the elbow, chest open, right arm over right ear. We bend it in and stretch it out. Bend it in, stretch it out. One more time. And come on back through center. Let's walk it forward. Keep those sits bones on the block. Maybe you stop here. Maybe you continue down, forehead to the ground. If your sits bones stay on the mat or the block. If you find that your sits bones are lifting, go ahead and come back up onto your forearms. And let's come on up. Let's bring the arms out to the side, and we're going to do just a few shoulder circles, drawing little circles with the hands, just warming up through the joints. And reverse the circles. Palms face upward. We're going to touch our shoulders, open up through the chest, look up as we inhale, and exhale, elbows touch, chin to chest. Inhale, open, lift the chin, exhale, chin to chest, elbows touch. Breathe in to open, exhale, round it in. One more time. And arms can come down. Bring the right hand out, grab those 4 fingers, pull them under. Take a deep breath. That palm should be facing out now. Pull those 4 fingers under. And take it to the other side. Take a deep breath here. And palm facing out, pull those fingers under. come into our tabletop. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. So we arch as we lift the chin, opening through the chest, shoulders come back. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, round through, pushing through the hands and the tops of the feet, rounding through the upper back, chin to chest, coming back through cow pose. Take an inhale and exhale to cat pose. One more time, inhale and exhale, round through. We're going to bring the right leg out, the left arm out, bring everything out to the side, come back through center, bring it in through the middle. Stretch it out, 30 degrees out to the side, back through center, bring it into the middle. Breathing with each movement. One more time. Go ahead and bring it down. And let's go ahead and stretch through that right wrist, bringing the top of the hand to the mat just for a moment. And bring it back. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg comes out, right arm comes out. We engage the core by lifting the belly button and squaring the hips to the mat. Deep breath in. Come on out to the side. Exhale to come through the center. Big inhale, 30 degrees. Back through center. Exhale, come through the middle. Make sure you're breathing. Big inhale, stretch it out, 30 degrees. Exhale through the middle. One more time. Big inhale. And exhale through the center. Come on back down. From here, we're going to come into an extended child's pose. Bringing the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. Sit back on the heels and start to melt your chest and the forehead to the mat. If you find that your glutes will not allow you to do that, keep yourself lifted, maybe up on your forearms or using a block for some height, either underneath your chest or your belly or your forehead. Take a deep breath here. One more deep breath. Walk the hands up. Keep the legs spread just like they are in extended child's pose. And we're going to come forward, opening up through the chest. Lift the feet. And as we come back, lead with the tailbone. You can round through the back to come forward and then open up through the chest. Lift the heels towards the glute. And then come back, leading with the tailbone. Round through, coming forward, open up through the chest, lift the heels towards the glutes, drop the feet down, lead with the tailbone. One more time. Open it up, lift, and drop the feet, lead with the tailbone, sit back. Come on back to your tabletop. We curl those toes under and come into your first down dog. Take your dog for a walk, lifting one foot, stretching through the heel on the other. Then you take it to the other side. Feeling a deep stretch in the back of each leg. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Nice lizard pose. We're gonna drop down, come down to our forearms if that's in your practice. If it's uncomfortable, stay up on your hands. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can roll onto the outside of that foot. You can even bring that right hand to the inside of that thigh and give it a small little push. Coming back up onto our hands, we're going to curl those back toes under, come back to a plank, down dog, and again, back to three-legged dog. Deep breath in. We're going to exhale, step it wide. Drop it down. Either stay on your hands or come onto your forearms. Hold it here for a couple breaths. And walk back up on those hands. Curl the back toes. Come back to your plank. And then down dog. We come back to three-legged, still on the same side. We're doing it 3 times on each side. Deep breath in, step it wide, drop down, lower it down, take a breath here, and let's walk it up. Curl those back toes, come back to your plank, and then to down dog. And now we take it to the other side. Left leg comes high, three-legged dog, we step it wide into lizard. Drop down on that back leg. You can stay up on your hands or come down to the forearms. Take a deep breath. Come on back up. Curl the back toes. Slide that leg back to plank. Into your down dog. We come right into three-legged. Deep breath in. Exhale, stepping into your lizard. Staying up on your hands or dropping down to the forearms. Take a deep breath here. Pop on up. Curl that back leg open. Curl the back leg. You know what I'm saying. Come back to your high plank. Then your down dog. And we do it one more time. Deep breath in. Left leg high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it wide. Drop down. Maybe you come back down to your forearms. Take a deep breath here. And we pop back up. Curl the back toes. Come back to your high plank. Drop the knees down. Sit back on those heels, coming into a regular child's pose. Melt the forehead to the mat. If that's not in your practice, you can stay up on the forearms, keeping the neck in line with the spine. This is also a good place for a block to rest your forehead on. And let's come on back, tabletop, then to down dog. Pedal through the feet for a moment as you fill the lungs with oxygen. Back foot. Pushing through all 4 corners of that front foot and the edge of the back foot. We cartwheel open into warrior 2. From here, we're going to straighten the front leg. Bring hands together at the top. Big inhale. Exhale, bend it in. Breathing in to straighten. Exhale to bend it in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. On the last one, we're going to turn both feet to the left side of the mat. arms overhead as we lift. And we exhale, bring the arms right down in front. Inhale, straighten both legs, arms overhead. Exhale, arms come down as we bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Staying in our goddess pose, we bring the arms overhead and see if you can put palms together. From here, we take an inhale, lift the right heel, bring it down. Lift the left heel, bring it down. Lift both heels, bring it down. Straightening through the legs. We're going to turn that back foot facing the left side of the mat. Turn the front foot to face the front side of the mat. Then we come back in to our warrior 3. We're going to slowly turn on the ball of the back foot, bringing arms forward. Bring those hands into your chest, all 4 corners of that front foot. As we push off on that back foot, coming into your warrior 3. Keep that back leg active by pointing the toes. And we step it up. Shake it out. Reach the arms overhead, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment in Tadasana to fill the lungs with oxygen. Checking your stance and your posture. Let's reach the arms overhead, big breath in. We exhale, swan dive down. Coming into our first forward fold. Deep bend in the knees. Go ahead and interlace the hands behind your back, lifting the hands towards the sky. We're going to straighten through the left leg and slowly turn, looking over the right shoulder. Take it to the other side, straighten the right leg, turn and look over the left shoulder. Do it one more time on each side. And come into your forward fold. Torso hangs heavy, tailbone towards the sky. And slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Deep breath in, arms overhead. We exhale, come right back down, swan dive. Forward fold, come right into your halfway lift. Hands on the shins, nice long spine, flat back. Deep breath in, and we exhale, forward fold. Hug it in. Place the hands on the mat, step it back to your plank. We're going to take one vinyasa. You don't have to, you can go right to down dog if you'd like. If you choose a vinyasa, you can modify by dropping the knees. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower, elbows in at your side, flip the feet, and open it up, suspended on the tops of the feet in upward facing dog. We're going to bend the knees, curl the toes, lift with the tailbone. Come back to your down dog. Take a deep breath. Fill the lungs with oxygen. One more deep breath. Last breath. On your next breath in, left leg comes high to three-legged dog. We exhale, give yourself some height, step in between those hands, turn and flatten on the back foot. All 4 corners of the front foot pressing into the mat, the edge of the back foot pressing into the mat, and we cartwheel open. Warrior 2. From here, we straighten, bring hands together at the top. Big inhale, exhale to bend. Matching the breath to the movement. Last one. Bringing the arms overhead, we turn that foot, both feet now facing the right side of the mat. Arms can come down. One heel comes in, then the other. Coming into our goddess pose, all four corners of the feet into the mat, slightly tucking the pelvis as we lower. From here, we're going to reach the arms overhead as we straighten the legs, and exhale, bending into our plie, arms come down. Reach the arms overhead, inhale, exhale, arms come down. Reach it up, inhale, exhale, lower. Reach it up, exhale, lower. Staying in our goddess pose, we reach the arms overhead and palms come together. We lift the right heel and lower. We lift the left heel, lower. We lift both, lower. Straightening, arms come down. Turn the back foot facing the right side of the mat. Turn that front foot to face the front of the mat, coming back into our warrior two. Arms come up. We slowly turn on the ball of that back foot. Arms come forward. Hands come into the heart as we lean forward. Make sure all four corners of that front foot are evenly into the mat. We push off, activating that back leg by pointing the toes. Coming into warrior three. And step it up, shake it out. Coming into Tadasana or mountain pose. Standing nice and tall. Left hand on your heart. Take 3 breaths. Hands to heart. We're going to come into tree pose. Again, feet are in Tadasana, so all four corners of both feet evenly on the mat. Toes are not scrunched into the mat. You should be able to freely wiggle the toes. We're going to bring the weight into the left foot, coming into our tree pose. So you're either going to be here, your toe is a kickstand, here, or above the knee. Never resting on the kneecap. You can hold on to a wall or the back of a chair, which if you're very wobbly and you continuously fall out of this pose, there's nothing wrong with you, that's totally normal. But build up your strength with that modification. From here, see if you can wrap the hands around, interlace the fingers and open up through your chest. Shoulder blades coming together. Take a breath. One more breath. Last one. Release the hands. As we release, we're going to kick that leg out to the right. Both arms coming over the head to the left side. It's very hard to do. You're probably going to fall, and that's okay. Try it one more time if you did fall, like me. Totally normal, because we're like throwing our body's balance off by doing this. Arms come out over to the left, leg comes out to the right, and bring it in. Usually, if you don't get it on the first time, you almost always get it on the second time, because you're more focused, and you know what to expect, right? So let's come in back to our Tadasana. All four corners of both feet, toes freely can wiggle. We're going to come to the other side now, hands to heart. Placing that foot in our tree pose where we're comfortable. Find your focus. Don't worry if you're wobbling a little bit, that's normal. See if you can interlace your hands behind your back. If not, it's okay, you don't have to. Opening up through the chest. Take 3 breaths. Release the hands. And again, see if you can kick that left leg out to the left. Arms come over to the right. Woo. Bring it in. Shake it up. Reach the arms overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, swan dive it down. Coming into halfway lift. Nice flat back. And let's forward fold. Bringing the hands to the mat. Step back. Coming into your plank. We're going to do a little bit of core work here. Now, if you can't hold a high plank, just come into your modified plank for the duration. From here, we're going to step it in, keep the knees hovering an inch above the mat, and step it out. Step it in, step it out. Make sure you're breathing. Drop the knees down, swing those legs around, coming into a seat. And we're going to do some more core work. I know. Let's slowly lay back one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the fingers just slightly under the glutes. And we're going to lift the legs. Both legs towards the sky. We're going to drop the right leg down and bring it in. Drop the left leg down, bring it in. Make sure you're breathing. Hands come out to the side. Give your chin and chest some space from one another. And we take it down with the right and lift. We're going to do one side first and then take it to the other side. Breathing. Make sure you're not scrunching your chin into your chest. Keep your neck long. Take a moment, hug it in, nose to knees, and let's take it to the other side. Keep that upper back lifted, arms out to the sides, left leg comes up, and we drop it down, hover, and bring it up as we breathe. We're going to take the knees and draw some circles, just some hip circles, keeping the big toes touching. And reverse your circles. We're going to come on up to our forearms. Legs are slightly bent. Open up through the chest. And we're going to open kind of like frog legs and close. Open and close. Again, keeping your neck nice and long. for strengthening the hips. It will also help in your flexibility. Just make sure you're breathing. You're almost there. Stretch. Your abs should feel like they're on fire. Totally normal. Let's stretch the right foot and the right arm a little bit longer than the left side, and then stretch the left side a little bit longer than the right. Bring that right knee into the chest. We're going to twist it over to the left. Keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Look over towards that right hand. Hug it in. And twist that knee over to the right, bringing the left arm out. Look over towards that hand. Both shoulder blades stay on the mat. Take a deep breath. And come on back. Bend both knees. We bring the right leg up. We're going to climb the tree. Knee to nose. You can flex the foot or point it, doesn't matter, and have a micro bend in that knee as well. And let's walk back down, bend the right leg, and now straighten the left. We're going to climb the tree, knee to nose. Again, you can bend the knee in a micro bend, point the toe, or flex the foot. Whatever feels better. Take a deep breath here. And release. We're going to turn into our fetal position and come on up to a seat. We're going to come into our middle split. Just working on some flexibility. Spread the cheeks. That always helps in this position. Make sure your legs aren't so far apart that you're rolling backwards. It's not about how flexible you are. It's about doing a proper pose and working on your flexibility little by little with patience and without ego. It's not who can get their legs open the most. Nope, 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 nope. Because remember, the only competition we have in yoga is with ourselves from yesterday. We're just trying to better ourselves. We're not trying to compete with anyone else. And you know what? That translates into other parts of your life. The more energy you spend bettering yourself inside, the less you're worried about what everybody else is doing. And why compare? Why compare to other people? Because you are who you are and you'll always be who you are. So instead of wasting that energy trying to compare to other people, put that energy back into yourself. And I promise you, you will see a difference. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. If you have a block and you wanna just rest your elbows on it, feel free. You don't need a block. You can just come down to your forearms. When you do, make sure you're leading with your chest and bending from the hips. Take a deep breath here. Feet are nice and flexed. Maybe you walk the elbows out a little bit further. Take a deep breath here. One more time, walk it out. Take a deep breath. And we gently walk it up. Now for today's Shavasana, I'm going to let you guys choose. I'm personally, since I'm already in a seat, I'm going to come into an extended child's pose, placing my blanket over my thighs. or my pillow, and coming into a nice, gentle, extended child's pose. You can also even use your block as a pillow. This is super cozy. If that is not comfortable for you, you can place your blanket underneath your lower back. You can also use the block as a pillow, coming into your Shavasana like so. You can also place the blanket underneath your legs as well to elevate your legs. So those are just some options of Shavasana. Find which one feels best for your body and start to melt into that pose, scanning the body for tension, releasing that tension, letting it go. And I want you to start shutting down the mind, turning off all the thoughts, and just concentrate on your breath. Listen to your breath. We're going to breathe just like we did in the beginning, a 4 count in for the inhale and an 8 count out for the exhale. As you guys begin to meditate, I'm going to play my drum, and then I will join you for some meditation at the end. Maybe your block and pillow, maybe your block and blanket, maybe nothing at all. Almost fell back there. Maybe nothing at all. It's totally up to you, whatever is comfortable for you. Once you get into your seat, sit up nice and tall, relax through the shoulders. We're gonna take the biggest breath we've taken all day on our inhale. We're gonna hold it at the top for a few seconds. And when you release your exhale, I want you to picture any negative things happening in your life leaving through the exhale, just metaphorically speaking. Just let it go. Allow forgiveness. Just let it go. Do the best you can to not hold on to things, because that just keeps toxins in your body, and you want to release that bad energy. So just picture it. Maybe it will help, maybe it won't. Let's take a deep breath in, arms overhead. Look up, hold the breath, and exhale, release. Deep breath in, arms overhead. Hold the breath. Exhale, release. Hands to heart. I thank each and every one of you for practicing with me today, for taking the time out of your day, not only for yourself, but also to join me on the mat. I am honored and I'm grateful, and I truly hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you guys so much for all that you do. And I hope to see you back for tomorrow at day 23. I need to start thinking of a new series for July, so I'm going to be brainstorming. I'll let you guys know. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.